Hello there, my friends, and welcome to my channel. This is Kate in the Nest with an update on my stitching in Chennai. So um, I'm settled, so my videos are coming 2 days in a row, and it's the eve of the wedding reception. So I'm not sure how I'll go the next couple of days, but anyway, let's just share some time together. I hope you've got some stitching and something fun for you to do, because I am certainly having some fun. Yesterday I shared that I went to the fabric store. This is my impromptu background, and I wanted to if I have started filming without the needle, I will be so upset with myself. How does this happen? Anyway, I'll talk to you. I don't want to have to turn the camera off. Okay, so I showed you the fabric that I bought, and I'm eager to make a little collection while I am here. And so I started cutting out some of my favorite bits, and then thought, oh my gosh, I haven't got any backing. And then cha-ching, I remembered that I had packed some of my beautiful pink blanket that I got last year and have used in my workshops. So that's a little bit of home with me. So here I am. And I was going to say hot Chennai, but actually the temperature hasn't been that bad. So I've used that as the base. I'm going to use this as the lining. And it may be that green pops up over there. And then as my base fabric, I have used this beautiful, and I showed it to you yesterday, this beautiful silk that has like needlepoint on it. You may remember that one of my favorite quilting fabrics by Kathy Holden, I think, that I got from Therese at Love That Fabric. It's been highly sought after, and so for me to find this actually stitched was a bonus. So far I have a pins there, and I'll reveal in a minute why. That's the base fabric. Now sometimes I do different patches, but today, well, in this piece I wanted to use the whole piece because it truly is flower to flower, and all of these bits in here give me opportunity to add applique bits to them. So, this is, oh, I nearly thought the needle was attached to that. This is where I'm up to on this side. I wanted to feature this. I usually love something in the top right hand corner. This is a little low, but I have lots of beautiful things that can go around there. And then here is the bird, and a shout out to you've done beautiful comments. Thank you all for your response to my part 1. And Amelia pointed out that this was like a cave in a nest with a cage. I've got the other motif which has the bird on top of the cage, but for this one I thought I want this little bird here, and all of this is silk. It's next level. I said to my husband, I just could never have imagined having access to fabric like this. So guess what? He said, let's go back and get more, which I did. So I will have fabric to share at my 2026 workshops, which expressions of interest are out at the moment, and a great response. So I've been shopping for you people. Yeah, just being confident that will happen, because this is a dream come true. Okay, over the top I have torn that other piece of fabric. It's gold and crimson, and I'm going to thread paint these flowers. It's not together yet, but I can already see that this one piece of fabric is going to be the binding on this side. Look, when I tore it, it ruched up, and I love that. I'm going to fashion this into some florals, and here I have cut off this piece. I thought it was too much, and again, thank you. Someone pointed out this was the cow, the sacred cow, but I'm not going to have birds and cows on this one, but I do love this bit of trimming, so let's harvest that. Gosh, how many words have I just spoken? Can you tell I am less jet lagged and on fire with gratitude and excitement? Which brings me to you. How are you going? Happy weekend. I think it should be weekend for most people. That's not going to stay there, but I was just giving you the idea. This can go anywhere. So that's the lotus flower. And at one point I was not going to put the green on, but now I am. And I've got sitting beside me Fleur's purse, Fleur, which it reminds me she loves and does so beautifully the pinks and the greens. And let's go in the lucky dip for some cottons. Haven't used yellow yet, but I think I will. And this is the awkward pause where, did I show you that yesterday? 20 meters of that bling that is going to go somewhere. It'll turn up, fall out of something. But in the meantime, I do have my trusty, it's just going to be the delay in actually threading time. Just looking if another piece has got a needle, because it was just here before I started. Nope. I think I packed a whole. What's in here? More scissors. I mean, how could I have bought all that thread and not a packet of needles? I think I did. I just can't find them. What about, yeah, I can see, here's the laptop case, and from afar, there's a needle on that. Any more? No. That's bigger and better. All right, so what are we going to do together? I think I'll work on this side. Let's get some yellow happening. So back to the story of my day. In Chennai, my beautiful friend who has invited me to the wedding at my husband is gifting me a sari for the reception, which is tomorrow all day, and then on Monday is the actual wedding. 2 different saris. How that is just amazing, and you know, who would have ever dreamt of such generosity in the world. But what I didn't realize, this is why I'm sharing this with you, is I knew very little about customs, and I knew the word sari, but I didn't understand how it all worked. And now, of course, I've got to be able to observe in real life. And I said to my husband, you'll have to stop me going crazy for buying saris, because the fabric is just so beautiful, just divine, and the patterns. There was a lady in the shop today with one that had birds all over it, and Phil said, "Oh, look at that one, Kate." but back to the story. I didn't realize that under the sari I have to have a blouse, and like it, she described it as an inner skirt or like a petticoat, and then the actual sari goes over the top. Now that's my learning. You might have always known that, but I didn't know about that. So off we went. Today I had a hint that I'm wearing red, because this is my friend's gift. She gets to dress me. So I had a hint that I'm wearing red for the reception and pink for the actual wedding. And so that is very exciting, which meant I had to go, and she gave us the address of a shop. And we went to that, and I got, a red top and red petticoat out of cotton, and a pink one. So that was amazing learning about that. And then my husband bought, I've forgotten them now, the name of the Indian pajamas. He won't wear them to bed, therefore the reception. And the man in the shop was so lovely, and he also bought my husband out I think it's a linen shirt just to wear in these next few days as casual, and it just suited him to the T. So we're going out for dinner in the hotel tonight, and my husband is going to wear that to start getting really into the spirit of celebration. So we did that first because I didn't want to be not dressed correctly. And then we went, where did we go after that? I popped into a little jewelry shop that was just literally on the side of the street. Started my costume jewelry collection. These are the first ones, and I can tell you they were cheaper than you'd ever find in a thrift store. So that's going to be one of my other things that you can see happen. All right, so I'm just meandering to get this beautiful piece on, and I'm just using little, well, they're not little, but running stitches, just to sort of trace a meandering line amongst the flowers. So it's adding texture and interest. Did I turn this camera on? Yes, I did. I'm on an office rolly chair. So do a little bit of outline here. I'm in blanket and silk. Whew. So my husband is eager. When I finished filming, he's popped out for while I do this. He's eager to start fitting this fabric in his suitcase, because he was the one encouraging me to buy it all. And I said, I don't want to see the suitcase because it'll make me feel like we're going home already. But we will do that, just so that he has that peace of mind, because he's already saying, I could leave my toothpaste here and I could do that, and it won't be necessary. But it's just gorgeous to see that enthusiasm from him. Okay, now I'm an unconventional pouch maker, so here we go. This side is I'm going to stop, because that's going to show you a bad habit that could easily go wrong. But you can see we're laying the foundations. That up there, I don't like it at the moment, but I won't chop it. over here, because I'm so keen to get that down, let's just pop here and start. And as always, apologies for the light. It's late afternoon here, and if I put the overhead lights on, it makes a lot of shadows. So different quality, different picture, but hey, you've got to expect that when you're out of your home nest. And fortunate enough to go to the other side of the world. So a quiet afternoon we've had, and an evening, so there'll be some more happy stitching after dinner. And I was thinking that now I know my sari for the wedding is going to be pink, I could put my foot down and see if I could get this finished to actually wear and take, which was unplanned. Okay, so flower to flower. That's not down, but we will do it. Okay, so how did I make this choice? That's the same beautiful flower, big one. I want to harvest. We'll go in like a non-straight direction. Just put a pin there to keep that firm, because it's going to come around that corner, and there'll be a way, so there's a green leaf there, and this green leaf and flower are going to join up there. This rosebud is going to go onto that vine, and this, oh, I've got to twist it around. This lotus leaf is going to, and flower is going to be part of this rose's glorious growth. How about that? Glorious growth. So I think we'll use some of this. And maybe the deeper pink to make a contrast. And you've seen me do this stitch many times before, so there's nothing in the stitching. I know quite a few of you are, I'm getting more messages from people who have been sewers but not slow stitchers, which is a wonderful thing. I mean, that's probably, you know, we're seeing quilters and all sorts of different backgrounds of stitchers and sewists and dress. Okay, my phone storage gave me the full message way after I realized that the camera had stopped. So I'm back, and I don't know how much of this you've seen and how much I have to explain again. But the last thing I did was put this beautiful treasure, I'll have to call it. It's in this beautiful shape, and I've stitched it down with big stitches. I don't mind about that because it will be lined. So this section is looking already like a garden. I'm going to go ahead with what I said and stuff that lotus flower so it looks like that leaf. We'll leave this green for the moment. So I'm just going to not do a lot now, but just to finish off the video and the thread. This side is already looking a little less loved, but I do have things like this that will probably be a dingle dangle on the side, which means that I could go ahead with stitching that together soon. I won't do that with you now. Let's put a knot in. I've also cut a couple of these other flowers with the idea that I could use the reverse side, which is this one, if I ever need another bit of interest like that in the corner. And then that leaf will go around there. So as always, layer upon layer, and that's just meant to be because you can see that leaf joining up there and it increases the texture. Then comes over on this side and look beautifully, the bird's tail, I think it's a parrot, is going to go in there. So thread painting there, it's coming together. I wonder when next you see this what I'll have decided about that. So let's just zip under here. Now I've said many times, it's up to you how you put your pouches together. I get driven by my sense of what I want to do next. So because I want to put this additional piece of fabric, I'm putting this together now. So we're up to here, which means that we can wrap back this leaf. Oh. And saves using pins as well. So that's the first installment of the Chennai pouch, complete with lotus flower and bird in a cage. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm not sure when I'll see you again soon, but I'm sure that there'll be lots more work on this one done. In the meantime, take care. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.